Okay. Is that why did you disappear then? After that, after winning that award, or did you disappear after? Or what happens after you win the award?
After I won the award, I just went on singing.
So
but
did you have any other? You shot the video now.
I shot the video. It was nice. What else? I didn't do anything after that.
Was there any other songs in? Okay, what's the album number 4 called?
Album number 4 is called Milele.
Milele.
Yeah.
Was there, aside Milele, was there any other song that was like big in that album?
That's the other thing. I also felt like the whole album was wasted because the only song that people picked was just Milele. Well, I had 11 songs, some with Zimbabweans. We did something with Sarah Mitaru. They were really nice songs in there that were never played. But at the time, I was really struggling with money, to do this and that. And then we were working with RK, and then a few things were not possible to do anymore. Then, yeah.
I take it that relationship ended.
No, it didn't end.
No, in terms of working relationship.
Yes, it did.
It did, eh?
Yes, it did.
So Milele was the last album that you did now with RK.
Yeah.
We're still in 2008?
Yeah.
2009, huh? I don't want to move past this Milele album. What songs would you have liked to see come out of that album?
We did a song with Eunice Njeri then.
I was actually going to ask this question. How come I've never had a song with you and Eunice Njeri? In fact, my parting shot would be, I want to interview Eunice Njeri next, and I want you to do a song with Eunice Njeri, because you guys are so similar.
Yeah.
So how come that song never came out?
It came out, it was being played only on the radio. I think also we were all, trying to build our own thing. We also kind of lived together with Njeri for like 3 years. We were neighbors like next door in the same flats. Yeah. So I guess that's why we're similar. I don't know. People put us on the same,
Even her, she's very good with her English.
With her English,
yes.
Yeah. So, yeah. What did you ask?
Okay, so aside that song with Eunice Njeri, anything?
Oh, yeah. We did a song with Eunice Njeri. What else did we do?
With Sarah Mitaru.
Sarah Mitaru was really nice.
Nampenda mtu mmoja toka mbinguni kaja duniani kuniokoa. Besi nywi disco siendi sigara jina lake Yesu
produced that song?
RK. Everything was RK.
What?
It was really nice. And then Sarah was crazy. She's crazy and all. I thought that was good. There was another song we did with a lady called Nina Njoroge on that album. That was it was played on radio, but not so much.
Yeah.
And
this time videos are also becoming more. You need a video now.
Yeah. So along the way, after that, I think children came in. They came in very fast. Because
now is when those silence. Okay, so you get married what year? 2009? 2008. Okay. Children come 2008.
No, 2009. 2009, I'm pregnant. 2010, then it was complicated. I was unwell. Had eclampsia on both kids. So in a way, it kind of slowed down my life.
Wow.
So my first baby 2010, my second baby 2011.
Whoa.
So that totally slowed down even my vision of music. I was like, wacha nitaimba. But 2011 I did
no, hey, don't run past that. Hey, there's a whole story there for all these women out there who are in music industry and are thinking of. So how did you feel now at that time? So like, because by the time when you left Daystar, you went to that job, then you left. You knew music was what I was doing. So now that you're deciding, music has to hold. First of all, you win the groove. You become the biggest female gospel artist. You take the baton from, I think, Jamama Mathiongo. She was also one of the big ones that maybe just now you're taking that baton. And then now, when you have the baton, you decide, okay, I'm getting kids, or kids come and music goes down. How did you feel?
How did I feel? Did
you write songs there? Were you gigging?
But being unwell, I couldn't quite do much because I was I was more at home. And what was happening then? I had done some songs and done some videos, but somehow, for some reason, we weren't able to release them with RK. And so, so that kept me, because I had not recorded some other songs, and I was not able to record at the time. So it kept me at home. And I feel like that was a crazy, crazy time. The blessing of kids was awesome, but I wished I could do more then. I tried in between to record, but still the songs, they came out, but they didn't do so well. And so I feel like no matter what I was trying then, it quite wasn't working.
Hitting a wall.
Yeah, it was hitting a wall. So it's like I was feeling like God now had shelved me. I kept saying that. He called me and then he put me in a shelf. And then at the time is now when other musicians are starting to come out, people who, you had met earlier and they were,
go down.
You would feel like you're being overtaken or something by events. And then there were so many videos on TV, and it was a downtime for me, I would say. It's very depressing as a musician when you're not able to do what you love to do.
So, and I want to spend time on this downtime because yours is from another level. We're talking, this is your 4 albums, and you're seeing, also, let's be real, during your first 3 albums, there was not that much money in the gospel industry or shows or opportunities like there was maybe after the return of Groove. Groove completely, especially that 2008 Groove, completely radically changed this thing. Gospel overtook secular, there's a lot happening, but you are not there. You are...
That's exactly what happened. Groove brought competition, healthy or unhealthy, which was good because the industry grew. It grew so fast, and I wanted to be there, but I couldn't be there because of my own, issues here, complications with pregnancy, and finances were quite something at the time. And so watching, I even stopped watching TV, especially the musical, because it's depressing. You're like, I need to be here. I'm missing out, and. But
even in that period, there were not that many females. That's now when the Dion that's why I realized the missing of Masika. You get, because you were there and then left. So, okay, how did you get over that?
How did I get over that?
Because you don't just come back. And I'm trying to say, what's the process of...
I learned that when you don't have money, you don't need money always to come out. You have social capital. And so what I had was people. So talked over with people like Jay Blessing, people like Saint P. So we did some songs. They came out, but they didn't do well. So it was still that time of you're hitting a wall. You're like, okay. So I think it just kept getting worse. And so along the way, you're like, okay, no, I think I need to have a break. So for like 2 years, I wasn't, doing anything. I stayed
So
away.
you took a break.
Yeah, and that time can be very depressing. I did not listen to radio because it's annoying me that I'm not there. I think when you know you ought to be somewhere, it just annoys you full time. So, so when you see things, you're like, But I had a way of, what I'd do is I didn't want to, feel it. I'd ignore it. But it kept coming back. So I went to working in Shags in community development. And we were doing community transformation, something I wouldn't quite say I wanted to do then, but I had to do. So that was even easier. There's no music there. So whatever. Yeah.
With your kids?
We were living in Nairobi, but I kept going there every week to work. And so that's where the bakery came in there. But of course, because of challenges there, it didn't do so well because people don't quite have money there.
So you opened up a bakery?
Yeah, we did.
Okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah. And so during that time is when I started to Kaberere passed on. When Kaberere passed on, that's when I woke up. That's when I was like, okay, I can die too, So for me, I quite liked Kaberere very much because he was the only person who kept showing up in our house. Knowing that I'm an introvert, people don't come to introverts' houses very often. So he would come, he'd be like, Mkwabi, na come lunch. He would come see the babies when they're born and that sort of thing. And so because of his love, he had an impact on me in the industry. And so when he died is when I was like, okay. And then he kept talking about Still Alive, my producer. He kept saying, you guys need to meet. You guys need to. And
Kaberere at that time was recording his album with Still Alive.
Yes.
I know that because he actually took me to record a song with him.
Yes.
Okay.
He did?
I recorded a song with Kaberere on that Still Alive.
Oh, yeah.
It's not on the album. Still Alive, if you're watching this, can I please have that song?
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
I think you lost it.
So I understand why he was saying Still Alive. And that was new. Still Alive wasn't the Still Alive that's there now.
Yeah. And so so when he died is when I was like, okay, I'll go record. So I remember chatting with Mr. V. He's like, write me a song. And I'm like, okay, I'll write you a song. So immediately went into studio.
So wait. Because this is the big one. This is the one everyone here is waiting for. Though there's more, don't just listen to this and
okay.
So now Kaberere passes on, you're like, okay, I need to stop running away from my calling.
Yeah.
But what made you not write the song? What made you decide I want somebody else to write me a song?